All right, so today we're diving into the Emerald Isle.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it should be. We're taking a look at the Love Ireland newsletter.
Oh, cool.
So it seems to be geared towards people who are interested in like Irish culture, travel tips,
Yeah.
food, and just good old-fashioned crike, as they say.
Yeah, I've heard that word.
Yeah, so let's jump right in.
Okay.
Um, so one of the first things that caught my eye was this section on travel tips. And it's like advice from a fellow traveler,
Oh, cool.
which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I love that.
And so they suggest, like picking strategic base locations, like, for example, staying in Tralee to efficiently explore both the Dingle Peninsula and the Ring of Kerry.
That's smart.
Right.
Yeah, because you're not like packing up and moving every single day.
Exactly. And it's like you're maximizing your time.
Right.
And then there's also some like real practical advice, like make sure you pack a laundry bag because you're going to be
Yeah.
doing laundry on the go.
It's the little things.
It is right.
They can make a big difference.
And also a good point that they make is like not overloading your itinerary.
Oh, for sure.
Because sometimes less is more
Absolutely.
when you're traveling. Sometimes you want to see everything.
You end up not really seeing anything.
Exactly. If you're just rushing from place to place.
You don't get to like actually soak it in.
Yeah, you want to feel it, right? Experience it.
So I thought that was a really good point.
Yeah, those are great tips.
And then moving on to something a little bit different, the newsletter also highlights the most popular baby names in Ireland.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So for boys, it's Jack.
Classic.
Yeah. And for girls, it's Fiad.
Fiad.
F-I-A-D-H.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's different from, like the Irish names that are popular in other countries.
Exactly.
Like, I'm trying to think like what would be popular here, like
Aiden or...
Yeah, Aiden or like even like the traditional ones.
Yeah, like Sean or something like that.
Yeah, but this is a unique one.
Yeah.
I like it. And then Murphy is the most prevalent surname, which I guess not too surprising.
Right.
But yeah, just some interesting.
It's fun to see like those trends and how they change over time and, in different cultures.
Absolutely. And it's kind of like a window into, I guess, like...
Yeah, their values, like what they're drawn to, what they're naming their kids,
And it shows like what they value.
Exactly.
Okay, so the newsletter has this really intriguing title.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
How to Kiss a Stone Sip Whiskey and Visit One of the Most Beautiful Towns in Ireland all in one day.
Okay. Well, I've got to know now.
Right. So any guesses as to what this might be about?
A stone whiskey, a beautiful town.
All in one day.
Well, I'm stumped. I mean, Ireland's full of beautiful towns.
Right.
So that narrows it down.
Exactly.
And there's got to be more than one stone to kiss there, right?
Probably quite a few.
I mean, I don't know. You've got to tell me.
I'm not going to give it away just yet.
All right, fine.
But we will come back to it. So, let's see. The newsletter also has this cool around the web section, and they highlight Waterford,
Okay.
which is known as the Crystal County.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's on the southeastern coast of Ireland.
Yeah.
And they describe it as like this amazing juxtaposition of like history and nature and just like this charming town.
It sounds lovely.
Yeah, it does. Like I'm putting it on my list.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'd never really considered Waterford before.
Sometimes those are the best places,
Right.
The ones you don't hear about as much.
And then they don't get overrun by like...
The tourists.
Yeah.
You can actually have like an authentic experience.
Right. Speaking of unexpected things, they also mentioned Stormbird, which caused some flooding in Belfast.
Oh.
Yeah, so like a reminder to always check the weather forecast.
Yeah, no matter where you're going.
Exactly. No matter how meticulously you've planned your trip.
Right.
Always good to have like a backup plan or at least be prepared.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on. The newsletter poses this question.
Hit me with it.
Is the 2-part Guinness pour worth the wait or just clever marketing?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
Like, is it really enhancing the flavor or is it just like...
Psychology making you anticipate it more?
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for tradition and ritual, like, taking the time to do something properly.
Right.
But at the same time, Guinness is a brilliant marketing machine.
And for sure.
So they've definitely played up that aspect of it
Yeah.
and created this whole, kind of mystique around the perfect pour.
So have you ever had a Guinness poured like the traditional way?
I have, yeah, back when I was in Dublin.
And what did you think?
I mean, it was good. It was definitely a good Guinness. I don't know if it was like life-changingly better than
Right.
any other Guinness I've had.
Yeah.
But it was an experience.
Right.
It was fun to like watch the bartender do their thing
Yeah.
and, be part of that whole ritual.
I think that's a big part of it, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it's like the anticipation, the
Yeah.
whole atmosphere around it.
I'm curious to hear what our listeners think.
Me too.
Have you guys ever had a Guinness poured the traditional way?
Yeah. Let us know.
Do you think it makes a difference?
Or is it all hype?
Hit us up on social media.
Yeah, we want to know. It's a fun debate.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure.
Like, does it really make a difference, or is it all just, part of the experience?
Right, like is it the taste or is it the...
The showmanship.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I think it's cool that they have that tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, it's
their own.
part of what makes Guinness.
And speaking of things that are uniquely Irish, let's go back to that intriguing newsletter title.
Okay, yeah. The Stone and the Whiskey.
Right.
I'm all ears.
How to kiss a stone sip whiskey and visit one of the most beautiful towns in Ireland all in one day. Lay it on me. All right, so the stone is the Blarney Stone,
Oh, of course.
that Blarney Castle near Cork.
Yeah, the Blarney Stone. I've heard of that.
Have you ever kissed it?
I haven't. No.
Have you?
I have not. It's on my list, though.
It's one of those things you got to do, right?
Yeah. Like, you can't go to Ireland and not kiss the Blarney Stone.
Exactly. It's like a pilgrimage.
And supposedly it gives you the gift of eloquence.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the gift of the gab, as they say.
I could use some of that.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe that's why I haven't been yet. I need to go kiss that stone.
Yeah, we should go together.
Road trip.
All right, so we've got the stone kissing covered, and then, of course, there's the whiskey sipping.
Right, the essential part. What would you recommend?
Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with a classic Jameson.
Oh, yeah. Jameson is always a good choice.
Smooth and versatile.
And it goes well with pretty much anything.
Yeah, you can sip it neat. You can put it in a cocktail.
You can even bake with it.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which.
The apple tart.
Yes! The apple and Jameson tart. That recipe looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. I love how it combines those two, like, quintessential Irish flavors.
Yeah. I know apples and whiskey. Who would have thought?
But it works.
It just sounds so cozy and comforting.
Yeah, like the perfect way to end a day of exploring castles and kissing stones.
And soaking up the Irish spirit.
Right. Like you're sitting by the fireplace with a slice of apple tart and a glass of Jameson.
Pure bliss.
I can almost taste it.
Me too. All right, now I'm getting hungry.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into the Love Ireland newsletter.
We have. It's been a whirlwind tour.
From travel tips and hidden gems to baby names and Guinness pouring techniques.
And of course, the Blarney Stone and Jameson whiskey.
Can't forget those.
Essential elements of any Irish adventure.
But it's amazing how much we've learned from just one little newsletter.
I know, right? It's like a treasure trove of information.
And it just shows that, like sometimes the best travel inspiration comes from like unexpected places.
Right. Like you don't always have to rely on the big guidebooks.
Exactly. Sometimes it's the personal stories and recommendations from fellow travelers.
Yeah, the stuff you wouldn't find in a Fodor's guide.
That really give you those like unique insights and hidden gems.
And to make you want to book a flight immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling inspired to plan your own Irish adventure,
Do it.
don't just stick to the well-trodden path.
Yeah, get out there and explore.
Talk to people.
Read those newsletters.
Seek out those personal stories and, who knows?
Yeah, you might just find your own favorite pub.
Or your own perfect pint of Guinness.
Or your own Blarney Stone.
Right. Like who says there's only one stone to kiss in Ireland? I mean, Ireland just seems like one of those places that has like endless possibilities.
Oh, totally.
Like every corner you turn, there's something new to discover.
Yeah, it's not a place you can just like check off your list in a week.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
It's more like a place you could spend a lifetime exploring and still not see everything.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you're looking for a travel destination that's like rich in history and culture and natural beauty and good food and good drinks.
And friendly people.
Oh yeah, the people are supposed to be amazing.
They are so welcoming and hospitable.
Then Ireland should definitely be at the top of your list.
For sure. And like we were saying before, don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah, like don't just stick to Dublin and the cliffs of Moher.
Right. There's so much more to see and experience.
Like Waterford, for example.
Yeah, Waterford's calling my name.
Mine too.
Yeah.
So yeah, do your research,
Right too.
talk to people, read those travel blogs and newsletters.
And get out there and explore.
Exactly. And most importantly,
Have fun.
yes, have fun. And let us know how it goes.
Yeah, share your stories with us.
We'd love to hear about your Irish adventures.
And until then,
Slaying tea.
slinks up.